What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out Shine a Light, which was the quarantine performance from Niall, McFly, James Arthur, and Olly Murs. I want to give a huge shout out to Ellie over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. Now, I have seen this video before, but I did it on a Twitch live stream, which sometimes a lot ends up getting lost because you are trying to react to something. Plus you have the chat, you have pop-ups, there's a lot of pausing. It ends up being something where I remember it, but like I don't remember anything about it. And so when I saw this come through, I was like, you know what? Yeah, we should do this performance because I remember it being really beautiful from what I do remember. And I'm a little bit upset that I can't recall all of it. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. So I'm super stoked to do this. Yeah, we're just gonna dive into it. This is Niall, McFly, James, and Olly, Shine a Light.
Shall we?
Oh, I love Tom.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tell me, are you feeling strong?
God damn.
Strong enough to love someone.
Love that tone.
Making through the hardest song.
You know, this really makes me recall the times that we spent in the initial lockdown. I know the world everywhere had different lockdowns, different times, but there was this moment when we were all kind of in quarantine at once. And one of the things that it was a really difficult time for everybody, right? But one of the things that I thought were really cool for music, because obviously musicians could not be performing, was the amount of like live stream content and the amount of just like personability and accessibility that for the first time I feel like we had with our favorite artists. A lot of it came to these personal moments of recording these covers, recording these performances in their homes, and it kind of felt like for a minute it was like this behind the scenes. You're like opening a door into the fucking life of some of your favorite artists, and it made, I guess personally for me, it made me feel like going through the quarantine, like I wasn't so alone. And I'm sure like a lot of you felt that too. So this just like brings me back to that time, which is weird because that's not a time you'd think you'd ever want to recall, but I do remember just like this kind of like beautiful piece of like music history where we got to really just like enjoy time with our favorite artists.
And bad weather. Will you pull me from the flame?
Oh, Niall!
And hold me till I feel no pain.
God damn.
And give me shelter from the rain. Forever away. Can I find her?
Those fucking harmonies!
She left me in the dark.
Danny Jones!
She left me with a broken heart.
Woo!
Now I'm on my own. If anybody sees her,
Oh,
shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. Shine a light on her.
oh my God, these fucking harmonies.
Anybody sees her. Tell me, can you hear my voice?
Fuck.
Loud and clear above the noise.
Oh my God.
Even if I had a choice, I would not give up.
Oh. Dude, James Arthur's voice is so fucking like, it's so powerful. It's so captivating. I think like when I first did this, I think I did this video and then like, I think I had done a video on YouTube related to James Arthur. I remember him sharing it and then DMing me and us having a conversation. And like, at the time that was still pretty new for me to like have artists do that. He's literally one of the nicest fucking human beings. At least like in my interaction with him, he like shared my video and he's like talking about, you know, the things he likes. And then he's like telling me that he liked them. And I was just thinking to myself, like, no, dude, like you're so fucking talented. Like, don't waste your time telling me, let me tell you. And those kind of like interactions and some of the behind the scenes stuff, like the things we do on Patreon, it makes me love an artist so much more because like you realize that like you grew up your whole life, you know, idolizing these people, but like they're just humans. And like when I hear this human with this much power in their vocal, I have no choice but to stand. Oh.
Hear my voice, loud and clear above the noise. Even if I had a choice, I would not give up. Where can I find?
Oh my God.
Her? She took the light and left me in the dark. She left me with a broken heart.
Oh, Niall, come on.
If anybody sees her, shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. If anybody sees her,
Oh my God.
shine a light on her.
The fucking harmonies.
Shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. If anybody sees her, she took the light and left me in the dark.
I fucking love Tom Fletcher.
She left me with a broken heart. Moon and lime. Oh my, oh. If anybody sees her, shine a light on her. Shine a light on her. Shine a light on her.
Oh my God.
If anybody sees her, shine a light on her. Oh, just shine a light on her.
So
Shine
many
a light on her.
harmonies and Olly, goddamn.
Anybody sees her.
Oh my God.
Amazing fellas. Great stuff. Mwah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know full well that I did not get to fucking like fully witness that on Twitch. There's so much talent in one video. And this brings me back to what I was talking about when it came to the quarantine. I felt like we were getting a chance to see artists do things in different ways, like deliver music to us in different ways, give us a different way to experience these things. And I love this so much. One, I don't know what group Olly is in. I'm not too familiar with him, but when it comes to like Niall, McFly, and James, like that is so much talent. Olly is fucking incredible in this, by the way. I'm just not familiar with like his work outside of this. And I feel like it's very creative because you have all these friends. Like that's how you find out that your favorite artists are all friends with each other, right? And they're like, hey, let's do this. Let's put this together. How can we do this? And like we got to this point where we saw so many bands literally recording their pieces of this and it all being put together. So many Zoom and Skype compilation moments for some of these amazing songs, and the outcome of it was incredible. In this, getting to hear just how powerful the harmonies happen is incredible. You ever think to yourself like, man, I wonder if I could get McFly, well, 2/4 of McFly, Niall, and James Arthur, and Olly Murs in a room. Well, this is what it would sound like. And it's incredible because everybody brings something of their own. You've got James, who has this incredibly powerful vocal. Like, it's got melody, it's got rasp, it's got everything you would want. Then you have Niall, who has that classic rock sound nailed down in such an incredible way. And God, there's just something about how, like, he's just so beautiful when he sings. I just like, how do you do it, my man? McFly, well, 2/4. Tom and Danny, literally two of my favorite people in music. It was just like so great to hear them coming together. Obviously, Tom Fletcher has this incredible pop punk oriented vocal that he can do anything with, like takes it into musicals, takes it into all kinds of other shit. And then, of course, Danny motherfucking Jones, literally one of my favorite vocalists. Olly literally carrying the fucking torch in moments in this, bringing in these harmonies, keeping those backing vocals strong, really hitting some great notes there at the end. So much talent in one video. I don't ever want anyone to be sick again. I don't want anyone to ever have to be in a quarantine again. I don't want anyone to have to be in lockdown again. Those were some of the most challenging times, both mentally and physically. We were all stressed the fuck out. But like, music is my escape, and like, to have moments like this, to have moments where all these bands are putting out live streams and things like that, like, that was really unique. And that was an experience that like, we're going to be able to tell people like 30 years from now, you know, yeah, all this negative shit happened, but like, as a music fan, let me tell you what it was like when there were no live shows. Like, going to shows again has been so weird because like, there were none for so long. But these are some of the things we were doing. And it was just a very interesting time. And like, it was a time when everybody, I'm sure, was really thankful to have the internet, because though the internet can be very toxic at times, I don't know personally what I would have done without it, without being able to connect with people, without being able to like see all these artists doing all these amazing things. Like, it would have been really fucking difficult to do the pandemic. We'd have been so fucking alone. So I'm so thankful that these artists found a way to keep their creativity high at a time like this. This is a beautiful video. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. Huge shout out to Ellie over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.